Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to do episode 3. Today I really want to dive into the topic of men's mental health in general, and the coping mechanisms, the ways that you can better your mental health because it is so important and it is such a prevalent issue right now, especially within men. So yeah, as I said, as I promised you in the first episode of this, I was going to be completely transparent with you, and that's what I want to do, and I want to get a few things off my chest here about my mental health, how I haven't been feeling great the last couple of days, and how I'm kind of going to cope with that. So yeah, like I said in the first episode, lots of YouTubers that you'll see will come on and be happy all the time and everything. So kind of want to be the guy that's more relatable, as my my fucking title says. But yeah, so November is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and I think that's super important. And although it's just a month, I want to really urge these guys, like, it doesn't have to be November for you to raise money by doing Movember for mental health. Like, mental health should not be just kind of condensed. Men's mental health shouldn't be condensed into 1 month and everything like that. So yeah, I really highly encourage you guys to, like, check out check in on your friends, because if you're a guy, I'm a guy, we all know we kind of always try to have an ego and put up a front and stuff. And the likelihood is that the friend that actually is really dealing with her mental health at the minute probably is still putting up a front, and there's no way to know. So it's better to be safe than sorry. Ask your mates how they're doing. Ask them about their home life, their family life, their relationship, things like that, and you'll find that anyone who is struggling with mental health, if you are really, like, receptive and listen, that they will want to talk to you. And yeah, that's the best thing you can do, is just listen. And if any of yous are going through anything out there, like, shoot me a text. I'm always available to listen. So yeah. Um about me. So last week I had like a really hectic week. That's why I didn't upload. But I had a assignment due in university. I had a job interview for my dream job, and I was away in Manchester, so it was a really busy week. Couldn't really get a YouTube video um fitted in, and I'm kind of glad now because I got the time to, like, enjoy. Like, I after the week was done, I got a wee bit of time to enjoy it, and then this week, all the things that happened kind of fell into the place of this making this YouTube video. So that's one positive about it. But I done the interview for my dream job, and then this week I found out that I got rejected, and that is not not fun, as you can imagine. Yeah, and how did I deal with it? I got up, and I was sad the first day. I was pretty down, but I got up. The next day I went to the gym. I did all my normal things that I would do, and I promised myself that it's not gonna get me down or make me feel lower than I am, because I know how good I am at my job. And just because someone didn't think that over a 1 hour interview on the day doesn't mean that I'm not as good as anyone else. So yeah, just like self belief, and that comes from obviously having good mental health and having confidence in yourself. So one way that you can really build confidence in yourself is by going and doing the things that you love and being amazing at them and having fun. So for me, it's the gym. I will never come out of the gym feeling annoyed or sad or anything, because I know I've went in and I've smashed an unbelievable workout, and I'm doing the best that I can in that moment, and I'm having amazing fun. There's it it's not as simple as it's just as simple as that, because forget brain chemistry, forget hormones, forget like all the endorphins and stuff. Forget about all that. If you just have fun and you are good at the thing that you're doing, that inspires confidence and it inspires you to keep doing it. So for all these guys that are out there that are going through tough moments, go do the things that you love. Go spend time with the people that you love. Go spend time doing making new skills. Make like I can't emphasize that enough, because if you are really struggling with your mental health right now, the one thing that I would say is that first of all, like find someone that you can trust, talk to them, and then if you have the ability, you might not, but like try to make a plan of how you're going to get over it. Try to make a plan of like, okay, these are the thoughts that I'm feeling. Are they rational? Like maybe they are rational, maybe you are really scared about something, maybe that's affecting your mental health. But then offset that with things that are good. So if you've got so many bad things in your day, and then you add loads of good things in your day, you kind of want the good to outweigh the bad. And yeah, that's a pretty good way to approach it, because you'll come out of whatever you've done feeling happy with yourself. So yeah, I might be chatting a load of shite, but yeah, it's still a good topic to talk about. And yeah, my mental health wasn't great. I've started doing the things that I've loved. I went straight away and started doing the things that I love again. I knuckled down with the studying again. The assignment I tried to really like hammer it out and do this as well as I could, because I don't know, I had this feeling of like fire in my belly after it, of like, yes, I'm gonna really do this. I don't care what anyone else thinks, and I don't care what our interview thinks. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. I'm gonna go hit chest, and I'll see you after in the car. Incline bench first. Um, One thing I would say is that I normally do this on a Smith machine or a machine for the stability, but I'm trying to kind of mix in now like free weight movements to get the stability in my shoulders and my joints, because the translation doesn't really it doesn't really translate whenever you can lift really heavy on a machine. And if you go try and do free weight, even if it's dumbbells, you still have those stabilizing joints and muscles that will prevent you from lifting the weight that you want to lift. So because I hammered my chest earlier in the week with machines, I'm going to try and do a wee bit lighter on stabilizing movements to get my joints and all up to that kind of speed, so that I can lift heavy on both, if you know what I mean. So, but if you're a beginner and you don't know which one to choose, I would actually go for this one, so that you have those stabilizing joints like worked, so that you can move forward and progress on all of them. But then you use the machines as an accessory. I normally use machines or a Smith machine to lift as much weight as I can, put as much mechanical tension on my chest. But for this, I'm just doing this for my because I hammered my chest earlier week on machine. I'm going to use free weight now to kind of work those stabilizing muscles. For incline, why do I choose incline versus flat? Well, if any of you watch Jeff Nippard, you'll know that actually working your upper chest gives the same amount of hypertrophic value muscle building as doing flat does, but it also increases the amount of muscle you build on your upper chest. So it is actually better for the whole chest versus a flat. But at the end of the day, if you like doing a flat one and like incline, go for the flat. Do whichever you enjoy. Some people like the flat better because then they can look cooler because they're lifting more weight. That's also okay if you want to be that guy. Whatever makes you feel happy at the end of the day, whatever makes you want to go back to the gym. But the one thing I'll show you with this is that I'm going to do a zoom in at the end. Watch my face at the end of each and every last rep, because it's those last 2 to 3 reps that really count whenever you're building muscle. Those first five that feel okay, they're the ones that your body is
okay with you doing. Whenever your body starts to say, "Whoa, hold on, stop," that's when the progress is. The progress comes in those difficult situations rather than the situations that are comfortable. So moving forward, you might want to try and really go hard on those last couple of reps and really push it out, even if they're half reps, because that's where the stimulus happens, that's where the growth happens. So if you're finding yourself not building much muscle in the gym, try that, give that a change, and make sure you're eating plenty, etc. Maybe you'll might see more gains come through, but just watch my face, even my like face. Whenever you see, I'll probably be like a tomato. I'll probably be really struggling. So yeah, that's it. So for this, because this is already set up, it's an incline bench. It's really handy for me. But if you're gonna try and do this at a squat rack, make sure your bench is at 45 degrees. Make sure that the bar is at a position where you can actually lift up and out, if you know what I mean. If you put it too high, you're not going to have the ability to push up and get it down. And then at the end, you're going to have to reach really far and you might compromise your form going back up. So, yeah, let's get straight into it. So, yeah, that is hurting my chest. It is. But it's actually hurting my surrounding joints more. Yeah, that was tough, but that's the one thing that using a Smith machine for this exercise or using a machine for this exercise is that whenever you get to that last rep, instead of me being like, shit, I need to put this up or I'll die, you can rep that. You can rep that shit out. And you'll get a lot more gains from it. But I don't know whether if you want to be, if you're a GAA player that wants explosiveness and power, this might be better exercise for you, especially. I know when I was working or when I was playing Gaelic football, all of our gym testing would be in free weights. So don't expect if you go and hit machine or incline or Smith machine, incline bench or bench, and you can hit really high weights, don't expect then that to translate back into the free weights. Practice is what makes perfect, and that's the key here. So yeah, I'm gonna hit these next two sets and then we'll move on to a machine flat. So yeah. Okay, so chest press was taken. So we're not gonna let it affect us, and we're gonna do shoulders. So um, actually, a couple of months ago, shoulders was my probably my biggest weakness. So I actually want to teach you a little bit about a theory of Jeff Nippard's, which is that over the course of your workout, there's going to be a muscle protein synthesis stimulus graph, which goes at the very start. It'll shoot up and then it'll plateau and go down. Actually, it'll shoot up and then go down, meaning that the exercises that you hit first in your workout are the ones that are going to cause the most muscle protein synthesis stimulus, meaning that the ones that you do at the start of your workout are probably going to build the most muscle. So a couple of months ago, I decided to take it upon me to hit shoulders first on push day. So I actually don't mind this because now they've actually went to the back and now they're coming back to the front. So yeah, we're gonna hit shoulders. I love this machine in this gym. It just my shoulders feel perfect in the kind of way shoulders. I don't actually ever do dumbbell shoulder press because I don't know, it just hurts my shoulders. So I've always kind of went to a machine, but this is probably my favorite machine. But I'm actually going to hit it the exact same as what I hit at everything else. I'm going to do 8 to 12 reps, and I'm going to do that for 3 sets. And yeah, that's all I've really done. Just stick to that. But not 8 to 12 reps, but the failure within 8 to 12 reps. Do you know what I mean? So again, watch my face the last couple of reps. There's not much setup involved in this. Just make sure that you don't lock out at the end, because if you think about it, down here, there's no force on your shoulders, and whenever you lock out, there's no force on your shoulders. And in bodybuilding or muscle building, time under tension is super key. So if you just go to the point where it's still under tension, but like fully stretched, stop there, come back, fully contracted. Oh, no, sorry, fully contracted and fully stretched down here, but not locked out. Then you're going to get that full time under tension for how many ever reps you're going to do. So yeah, let's get into it. So there, that first one, we are fully locked out, but now I'm going to try and keep it not locked out, but I might have to for a bit of rest towards the end. But anyway, let's go. Okay. Okay, so with that weight, I was hitting the upper echelons of that 8 to 12. So I was probably 12 with 3 reps in reserve. So I'm going to add more weight so that I'm 12, definitely with no reps in reserve. You know what I mean? To keep that hypertrophic range, but also be at failure. So I'm going to add a little bit more weight, and then I'll actually show you this next set. And then we'll move on to chest press with this free. But yeah, same thing. Let's go for it. Let's try and hit 12 with two. Let's be at failure between 8 to 12. Let's go. Yep, that's 9 failure. Okay, so we've got chest press. So, like I was saying earlier about the joint stability, this is where joint stability is completely taken out of it. That's why I've got 25, 25, 15, 65 on either side, 130 kilos. That is impossible on bench press for me. So yeah, it's really about fatiguing that muscle. I've got um, my joint work kind of done from the free weight incline bench. Now I'm going to finish off my chest with this, and then that should be me done for chest. Got one thing, shoulders done, and then we'll move on. So yeah, let's see how this moves. But this is one that I can really, really take to failure because I don't have to worry about killing myself. So yeah, let's get going here. Right, we're gonna have to do more weight now because we got to 12 there without being a failure. So yeah, I'll fix that for the second set and then I'll show you. Okay, so now we've got 25, 25, 20, 70 kilos at each side. Let's see how this moves. Let's try and really smash this chest out for the rest. Jesus. Difference. 10 kilos can make it either side. I feel it's happening there. That's still not bad though. I think take a longer break between this next set and then try and go for 8. And then we can finish that. So yeah, it's Okay, moving on to triceps. Um, I'm going to do tricep overhead extensions, but today I'm going to use the rope instead of the bar. So whenever I'm doing tricep extensions, I normally use the bar, and that's essentially for the mechanical load that I can put in my triceps. So as I said before, muscle grows via two different ways: metabolic stress and mechanical load. So trying to get the balance of those two. So the other day I done my mechanical load part. That's where I went really heavy with a straight bar over my head instead of straight bar over my head instead of the rope. But for the rope today, I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. And the rope lets me get that full contraction in those heads of the triceps. So whenever you mix them up, that's where you get that good balance of metabolic stress and mechanical load. So yes, for this, but then I'll still use the straight bar for my push downs to get that my mechanical load afterwards. So for you guys, choose whichever one you think feels better for you. Sometimes the rope can give me a really good pump. Sometimes the straight bar can give me a really good pump from being able to push so much weight and feeling cool. This one you're gonna have to go a little bit lighter because you're really gonna get into that stretch position, and but it still allows you to get into that real deep lengthened position. So yeah, let's see how this feels. Even lighter. Try and get 5 more, 4 or 5 more here. Yeah, so that was a good set. Okay, so how do we do a tricep push down then? So for me, straight bar, and I'm gonna want to load it as heavy as I can for the perfect form of like 8 to 12 reps. So what is the perfect form then? So you kind of want to set the cable up to about so that the bar is about shoulder height, and you can grab it and then you can push it down because that first one's going to be the heaviest. You get it, and push it down, and then whenever you're out here, you kind of want to brace yourself, slight bend in the knee, and you want to be stable and to help you only push through your triceps. You don't want to be like you want to be strict, and the only part of your body that should be moving is your forearms. So if you keep your elbow in the exact same position the whole time and then push down and then get that squeeze right in at the end, that's what's going to lead to your triceps getting absolutely smashed. However, the one thing I would say is that if you're choosing tricep exercises, I really highly recommend putting in the overhead extension in there. The overhead extension actually builds more muscle than a tricep pushdown does, according to Jeff Nippard and according to multiple sources. So maybe there's a bit of thought in that, especially if your goal is building muscle. If your goal is to go to the gym to have fun, maybe you like this exercise more, maybe it's better for you. For your triceps, maybe you don't want to do it at all. That's fine as well. But if you're really hung up about building muscle and you want to make a little change to your routine, maybe add in the trifid overhead extensions. Start off like get the form correct. Look up YouTube videos about the form, TikToks. It literally takes 20 seconds to look up a TikTok about form nowadays. So you don't have any excuses that way. So go in, give it a go. Like you say, I'm pretty experienced in the gym, and I bet you, like if you walked in the gym, I'm probably looking at the correct form for something. I was actually looking at the correct form yesterday for RDLs because I hadn't done them so long, and I was wondering how do I actually do these again, like properly, properly? I gave it a go in the first set. Didn't really know if I was doing it right. Looked up the TikTok video. I was doing it pretty good. So yeah, really make use of it. And yeah, so let's get this heavy set done, and then we'll see you back out in the car. It's about too late. Holy fuck. Okay, that was pretty good. I'm gonna finish this last set, and then I will see you all out in the car.
Okay. Um, Welcome back to the car. Unfortunately, this is actually the day after I filmed the original the workout yesterday. Whenever I got back into the car, I filmed like a little talking bit where the camera actually didn't focus on my face, so it was pretty shit. So I decided to re-record it. Yeah. I just wanted to like kind of touch again on the mental health aspect of like obviously this month's November. Um, so yeah, like I want to end it on a really positive note where like you don't I don't think we kind of understand how much better and easier it would be if we just reached out to our mates and actually like helped each other, especially us men, because like if you're finding it really difficult at the minute, like find that person you can trust and talking to them will help your life so much. Like I've been there before, maybe not like in like really bad mental health, but I've been there before where I've actually had to reach out and talk to someone, whether that be your brother, whether that be your best mate. They're your best mate for a reason. They're your brother for a reason, and they're not just there for the good times. They're also there for the bad, and sometimes it's hard for us men to kind of bring down that bravado and like actually talk about our feelings. But trust me, like really do trust me, like once you talk about it, it's so much easier then, and it feels like such a weight is lifted off you. And then again, if you're going through something that is like I did with the job interview, like it's just a bump in the road, and that's what life is, just bumps. It just goes up and down and up and down and up and down, and you want to kind of keep the average at a good level. But those bumps are what, like now that I've had that rejection, if I go and get a job offer now, it's going to feel so much more satisfying to have that job offer because I've went through the pain of not having one, went through the lows. Now I can appreciate how high the highs will be, and that's what's kind of motivating me now to really go and get that. So there is positives and silver linings to most situations where which could knock your confidence and knock your mental health. So really keep that in mind whenever you're trying to find motivation to do things. And especially the main thing that I'll highlight is like just get out of the house and get active and get be fulfilled mainly. It doesn't have to be activity. If activity is not your way of fulfilling you, then maybe go do what you do best. Like I've preached since episode one. And yeah, reach out to a friend, be kind to each other, show each other love. Like that's what kind of like makes your life worth living. And yeah, don't really have much else to say. I need to try and end it more positively because I don't want you thinking being down or after this video like thinking too much about your mental health. But like if you are one of those people, please reach out. Even to me, reach out to me. Send me a text message. I'm always here to talk. Um, I might not offer the best advice, I might not be the best person to talk to, but like at least I'm here, and I'll definitely listen to these guys. And yeah, I would just want to highlight, if you're on the receiving end, where you're the friend who is helping your friend, yeah, just listen, take in everything they say, and just try to be there for your mates, especially if they're going through tough times, because I know I'm glad I have such a good group of friends that I could talk to about anything. Um, yeah, that's kind of the moral of the story. And please reach out, guys, because if there's anything you want to see in these videos, or if there's anything that you wanted me to talk about, talk through, especially topics, especially with young kind of like young adults, teenagers, where you kind of going through a difficult patch and you don't know how to get through certain situations. It can be as niche as you want. I can talk about it on here, because I can guarantee you there's someone else that's going through the same thing, having the same questions. Especially when you're young and you're kind of going through that together. So yeah, please reach out. Uh, yeah, see you later. Thank you for watching.